You are tuned in to Kids
in the Pit.
Hey guys, it's Gabe from the Kids in the Pit podcast. Today I'm joined by Wes Fortitude and Otila Massaro. Is that correct?
Close, yes. Otila, yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
From the band Fortitude. Thanks for joining me. Speak.
Thanks for having us, brother.
Thank you.
So you can both answer any of these questions you want. So what do each of you do in the band Fortitude?
I am the bass player, and I also do backups.
Nice.
And I'm the guitar player. Also vocals. Sometimes lead vocals. For a long time, like for years, we went off and on with. We had a singer, and then I was the singer, and then our singer came back, and now he's possibly leaving again. He's got some health problems, so I'm pretty much the front man, guitar player, songwriter, riff writer,
Nice.
booker, everything.
Yep.
If I didn't love it, I wouldn't do it. So it's all good.
Yeah. So what genre would you call your band?
Hardcore, old school hardcore, old ethics hardcore,
Nice.
positive hardcore.
Ohana hardcore. It's all about the family.
Yeah.
Nice. So what year did your band start, and were you both always in the band?
The band started in 1997 with our singer and three other guys, and they played one show, and then I got in the band. I was actually in the band. I couldn't play the first show.
Oh.
And so, yeah, I've been in the band the whole time.
I didn't join till much later. 90 before we got married, so maybe 2004.
Yeah.
But I've been in the band for quite a while now, but I'm not an original member.
Nice.
Uh-oh.
So one reason we reach out to you guys is because your band is playing the same show at Fest this year as my band Thought Control. I'm so excited to play my first Fest.
Yeah.
Is this your first year playing Fest?
This will actually be our third year playing Fest, but we've
Nice.
been to the Fest.
We've been attendees often, but this is our third year playing it.
Yeah, we were at the first couple fests actually, and we were on tour with bands that were on the fest, but it was all like bigger bands at that time, and so we were just coming down with them, and then we would go.
Nice. Yeah. I'll definitely see your set.
Likewise.
Exactly. Yeah, we're super stoked. We're stoked to see you guys. We're stoked to see all the bands that day. It's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like I know that it's like the fest is like multiple venues, but the one that we're playing is like a separate and ticketed event. So hopefully that means that people will like stay at the venue, because the thing is the fest has like, I don't even know how many venues. So like people are going all over the place. So sometimes it's hard.
7 or 8. So there's the one that has the wrestling. There's what's it called? The Bo Diddley Plaza, and the one we're playing. And then there's, I don't know.
So many.
There's like,
you can't walk far without running into some kind of live music, which is awesome.
Yeah, they have, I don't remember what it's called. There's one of them is called like Lucy's, I think.
Oh, there's tons of them.
Yeah,
there's tons of them. But the best thing about one of the best things about the fest is like they have an app that's like amazing.
That's
You
how.
can just put in all the bands you want to see, and
Yeah, there's
Like
just
you
all
schedule,
the venues.
yeah.
There's 12 venues. I looked it up.
So yeah, there's 12. Yeah, 12.
like I said, they're all over. But
It's awesome.
it's all like in walking distance. But like I said, that's the best thing. Like if you're an attendee, you just link up on the app, and you could pick all the bands that you want to see, and it goes ahead and makes your schedule for you. Super cool.
Yeah, really cool. So do you each have a favorite Fortitude song?
Do you want me to go first?
Uh,
I'm very partial to the namesake of the band, the song Fortitude, because it talks all about the definition of fortitude, strength and unity, strength in the face of pain. So I always love playing that song. And it's got a nice bass break. So any song with a good bass break for me, I mean, I get to finally do my thing, which he gets all the rip and solo. So when there's a bass break, so I love Old Ethics because it's one of the older songs, and it's just about what the band's about as well. And I think on the newer songs, my favorite song is Red Ant Riot, which is it's an anti-racism song, which I think is awesome to play as well. So
Yeah. I play bass and dot control, so I really like playing bass parts. It's fun.
yeah,
I seen you play that Descendant song on the drums earlier.
Oh yeah, I just recorded myself playing that song, and I took there's this app I have where it uses AI, and you can take out a certain track, like the drum track, bass track, guitar track, or something. And then I just took out the drums and then put it over my drums that I played.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Very fun. Wes, what's your favorite Fortitude song?
If I had to pick one that we do, it would probably be the song Old Ethics. It was one of the first songs, like when my buddy Mike, my best friend, when he started the band, they had I think they had like 5 songs, and they were just like pieces, and we put a couple of them together, and that was one of the ones that we put together on the spot. And it's kind of like the anthem-y song a little bit. There's a bunch of songs that are kind of anthem-y like that, but that one kind of sums up everything, sums up the whole like everything we're trying to like represent, like positivity, unity in the scene. But that's probably the song that I like. That's the current song. Songs that we don't do. I have a favorite song and a favorite riff from an older song that we don't play anymore, called "Guilty Till Proven Innocent," which is a song about pedophilia. And we don't do that one anymore live, but I love the riff. It's a fun one to play.
Yeah.
But yeah, Old Ethics would be my one.
Nice.
Anti-pedophilia song.
Like,
yeah. Not like
sickness.
not
Yeah,
pro.
I know. Yeah, definitely not.
By any
You might want
means.
to clarify that.
Yeah, I understood what you meant. Yeah. I'll try to check them all out before Fest. So,
Yeah.
what was your sorry? So, what was your first punk, metal, or hardcore show, and how old were you?
My first show, I would say this was probably my first show. I was 12 years old. It was in Daytona Beach, and it was a surf skate expo, and it was a day of exhibition, skateboarding, so forth. And then at the end of the day, they had a concert, and it was Agent Orange and the Surf Punks. And I didn't go down on the floor, but I sat up in the seats, and it was the first time I saw that type of music in a live circle pit, which was incredible. So that definitely is my first punk show. And ironically,
Surf Skate 88 is what that
Surf
was.
Skate 88.
Yeah.
Wes was at that show. Not his first punk show, but my first punk show.
No, and ironically, our former drummer Dave, one of my best friends, Agent Orange threw an Agent Orange like skateboard out, and he was the one that caught it, and got to meet those guys backstage and everything. We were like, oh my, you're freaking out. No way, Dave got the board. Like,
I think I see.
yeah, there was.
Is that a kitty cat like right there?
Dude.
Yeah, there's one over here. There's one over there. There's another one over there. Like, yeah, they're all over the place.
We have we have one cat. She doesn't really like me. Yeah.
We used to do a lot of rescuing, and so we ended up with black cats because no one would adopt out the cats. So they're our buddies, but we still have all of our cats are rescued, and they're all over the place. But
Nice.
We have 8 altogether, 2 that live outside and 5 that live in
From
the
my
house.
parents.
6 that live in the house.
And we took my parents' animals once we moved. They passed away. We moved into their house.
And a bird.
And a bird. And these 2 black cats. This is Sam and Dean, as in Sam and Dean Winchester from Supernatural. That's what these guys are named after. Come on.
Nice. Wes, what was your first show?
My first show was I think it was, I want to say it was either 1985 or 86. It was at this underground venue. Like there was like our town, Daytona, where we live, and was like a big spring break town. And like all the clubs were like spring break type things. And then like there was a club underneath that they started having punk shows at. And luckily, I got to go to a show that was like, it was Dag Nasty in 7 Seconds. And I can't remember who else it was. I saw like 5 or 6 shows there, like within a short period of time. But I know those 2 were on it. And I can't remember like the other 3 or 4 bands. But it was definitely like, it wasn't super life changing because I kind of knew what I was getting into. But it was just a different thing from like listening to punk rock for like about a year and a half to going and seeing it live. But once I saw it live, I knew that this was my thing. Like this was definitely what I wanted to do, and this is what I was going to be doing.
I didn't know what I was getting into. I went for the surf for the expo, not so much the music, but that was a cool experience.
That show was awesome. The show that Otila went to for her first show, I mean, I got to admit, like, it was at a big amphitheater. They had a huge half pipe in the middle, and it was like
oh, the Civic Center.
Yeah, it was like Lake Skateboards, I think Vision Skateboards, and somebody else. Like they had pros, and so like those guys just like demoed for like an hour, and then the bands played, and it was free for all. It was good. It was cool.
Nice. What's a band Fortitude has played with that you're proud to say you've played with?
Well, to follow up from my first show, so I was thinking about this question, and Agent Orange was one of the first band that I saw as my first punk show, and actually got to play with Agent Orange many years later as an opener. So I gotta say that's probably one of the coolest full circle moments that I've ever had, seeing the band at 12 and then 30 plus years later playing with them and being an opener. So I would say Agent Orange for sure.
Awesome.
You're
for me, I can't.
There's been so many. We played over the years so many good bands.
I hate to toot. Like I always say this, man. I hate to toot our own horn, but like we've been very, very, very like fortunate and very blessed to be able to play with so many bands that I grew up loving. Bands that I idolized, bands that I can't believe we played with. But I'm kind of more like a person that looks. I always look to the next show because I'm always like booking the shows and doing most of the promotion, doing most of the band work. So I'm always looking forward to the next thing, and it's just one of those things like we've been blessed to be able to play with the bands that we play with, and we're still super fortunate to be able to be put on high caliber shows with bigger bands after playing for 27 years. So I can't really say like besides our friends like in New York, like Kill Your Idols, and touring with those guys numerous times, like that's probably for me the best, because we became good friends with all those guys and are still friends to this day. And I talk to those guys like weekly, still, which
It's the bands that we play with that we forge friendships that become family over the years. And as the years go by, they come closer than friends, and they are your family. So it's cool to have people still playing music in the same genre and still kind of coming from the same point of view. And as we get older, it's nice to have that support group. And those seems like to be the bands that now you don't realize till later they become your best friends and your confidants. So it's really cool.
Like this year, we didn't really play a lot of shows. We played like a smaller amount of shows than we usually play. But we've played with we got to play with Shutdown earlier this year, which is one of our favorite bands, and great dudes. We got to play with all kind of Florida bands at this fest called Florida Rules Fest, and some of my favorite bands from Florida. Trust No One, great friends of ours. Like, it's just one of those things, man. I love doing it, and I love being tight with everybody, and I love that we just have the opportunity to keep going and keep doing it. So
Nice. So, what's your favorite place you visited or played in the whole world?
That's you. You go first.
Favorite place I ever visited by far was Hawaii. So far, that's where a lot of Otila's family lives. They migrated from Samoa to Hawaii, and we didn't play as Fortitude in Hawaii, but we did play music in Hawaii, where Otila's family started playing music in America, and performing. So that was kind of like,
that's probably we got to go for our anniversary wedding anniversary trip, and I got to play in Waikiki. We got to play as our duo in Waikiki at the International Marketplace, and probably the coolest place that I've played traveling, because it was a full circle moment from where my family started, came to the mainland, and then went back, and it was his first trip to Hawaii. So, and it was where Don Ho played and all the classics. So being able to play there, that was pretty special. That's probably our biggest joint, and that's a like memory we have together.
right.
So that's probably
Otila's cousin runs like a luau there, and it, like they do same numbers that the family's done for years, and so songs that yeah. So it was quite a pretty special moment for both of us to play and do that. Yeah. So, but for Fortitude, like, I don't know, New York, all over, like everywhere we play is special, to tell you the truth. Like like I said, I'm always looking to the next show. So I'm looking forward to every single
hoping
place.
to make those memories.
Yeah, exactly.
Year.
I'm hoping to make
leave
more
the country.
memories.
Want to leave the country with Fortitude next year.
Right.
So
Puerto Rico.
Nice.
That's not really.
Have you guys
beyond?
Beyond.
Have you guys played outside the country yet?
No,
not Fortitude.
No, not Fortitude. No, not the Ukus either.
Only me.
Yeah, only you. Yeah. No, we haven't left the country. We've done a lot of tours, a lot of touring early on in the band. Not so much for a while. We have some out of state dates coming up in November. But like I said earlier, like I always say, man, we're very fortunate. We're blessed we're blessed that we have the opportunity to keep going and keep doing our thing.
Yeah, for sure. So what's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten?
Dead animals when I was younger.
I never was an adventurous eater anyways, so I never did like a pepper challenge or anything like that. I would probably say something that's common to like islanders in Hawaii that on the mainland is not so popular is probably spam musubi, like either spam and eggs, spam breakfast, or the spam musubi treat that we used to have back in the day when I was younger. But nothing stranger nothing strange. I never did never did anything crazy
Andrew
like that.
Zimmerman
No, I didn't do bizarre foods.
Nothing crazy.
I think I had spam musubi once, and it was at Disney, and that was pretty good. Disney World in Florida.
Epcot, right?
Right on.
Yeah,
The Hawaiian.
the
spot?
Hawaiian stand thing.
Oh, like the Food and Wine Festival, Epcot
Yeah.
type of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's pretty close. Yeah. But yeah, spam's not regarded too highly on in the mainland, but I guess that could be like, I'd say the weirdest thing that for other people anyways.
Yeah.
Ironically, that's where one of Otila's job is at Disney World.
Oh, nice. Like, what do you work?
I'm actually a musician at the Polynesian Resort, the Disney Polynesian Resort. I'll play either upstairs at Ohana Restaurant, a strolling ukulele, or I'll play downstairs at the Tiki Bar area outside. And so that's something new that came upon in the past year as part of me trying to branch out and do entertainment and not only Fortitude, but the Polynesian entertainment that my family was into. But I took a big leap this year into sort of going more full time into music. So that's one of the places. I'm just a substitute. So I'm able to still do gigs, but it's been really cool working there and also sharing my culture, playing music, and, also working at Disney is pretty cool.
Nice. Yeah, we go to Disney like every October. So, yeah, hopefully we'll see you then. When we
Oh, that
go.
would be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So, what was your favorite movie
Definitely
or
have
TV
to
show?
link up.
What was your favorite movie or TV show when you were my age?
You're 12, right?
Yeah.
Oh, The Goonies. Goonies was probably my favorite movie at that age, and I was I'm still into sci-fi. I'm a real sci-fi person. So back then we were getting the original. We were still getting original Star Wars. I think Jedi came out shortly before that, and Star Trek. So I'm all into science fiction. So it's got to be The Goonies and Star Wars, Star Trek.
Nice. Yeah. I hear the Goonies a lot. I've watched it before. It's pretty good. But I feel like the Goonies is probably one of the most common answers.
Because it was in the movie, and for me, I remember the song was out. I saw the Goonies actually in New York. My grandmother took me to see the Goonies when I used to visited her during the summer, and the Cyndi Lauper song was very popular before I even saw the movie. So the music of that generation with her, Good Enough, that song resonated with me before I even saw the movie, and then seeing the movie, the adventure of it and everything was really cool. I can see why that's a popular answer because it was in the theater. And back then we didn't have social media or any other way to get this information except for TV. So when there was a movie, we all went to see it. And if it was really good, we always remembered it because it was a big thing to go to the movies when I was young.
It was a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have an answer for?
Nice.
TV shows. When I was your age,
Some good
like
shows.
my favorites by far was definitely like Star Trek and the original series, which was all like in reruns by the time I was watching it. And another rerun show was a show called The Night Stalker.
Oh,
That came on like late, like super late at night.
precursor to the X-Files.
Yeah, it was only
precursor
like
to Supernatural.
Yeah, he did like one season. But it was all like about like it was about like fringe stuff like vampires and like Satanism or like monsters or like folklore
It
like
was-
urban
it
legends.
The precursor to the X-Files.
Yeah,
which-
basically.
And then Supernatural for sure.
Yeah. And movies for me, like same thing. I mean, Star Wars was the jam. Like when that popped off, like everything else was nothing. Like, but yeah, when I was, it came out like when I was 12.
Nice. So, if you could be any animal for one day with the promise of not getting eaten by another animal, what would you choose?
Go ahead.
I would say a bird. Some sort of bird, something that can soar and fly. So I could see everything and fly. Well, that's my thing. And then my second choice would be kitty cat.
Nice.
My first choice, as a like indigenous American, I would want to be like an eagle or a thunderbird. I mean, that's kind of like yeah, like some that's kind of supernatural. Either that or like a whale, some kind of whale, like and like see like the deepest ocean. You know what I'm saying? I want to see want to either be a bird and see everything up high, or be a whale and see like everything underneath. Like personally, that's what I would do.
Nice. Well, if you could tell your 12-year-old selves anything at all, what would you tell them?
I would definitely say to believe in yourself and have confidence in yourself, because it took me a long time to realize that I really wanted to play music and entertain, but I never thought I was good enough to actually do it. So that was a dream of mine, to always be a musician and play music. So I would just tell myself to just follow the course and follow. It's good as, follow your dreams and just, believe in yourself and, just stay because some people will be naysayers and tell you you can't do it, or oh, you're not good enough, but you want to do it. That passion's there. It'll push you through. That's what I'd have told myself. You're going to make it. Just stay the course. I might have done this a lot sooner.
Right.
Nice.
Me, I would have. I would have told my 12-year-old self to to pick that freaking acoustic guitar up that was at my house and try and actually give it a shot and actually like go into it, like really learn, because there was one in my house forever. My dad and uncles like kind of messed around with them, but I didn't really start playing until I was like 17. I didn't even I could hold it. I could hold a guitar. I knew and I knew kind of like what to do, but there was one sitting around my house forever, and I just never grabbed it. I never took that opportunity to do it, and I missed out on some early years of playing and learning that could have been very beneficial to me by the time I went to music school. I wouldn't have to work as hard.
Nice. Well, anything to add before we wrap it up?
Go for it, Wes.
Yeah, man, I want to say in regards to that question and the whole thing and meeting you over the thing, like, man, I got to tell you, I'm super envious of you, brother, man, because like when I was your age, I wish that I had, like, my parents were into music, don't get me wrong, but they definitely weren't as cool as your mom and dad. You know what I'm saying? And you're at the point now where, like, you have everything going for you and you can do anything you want, and your mom lets you do like pretty much anything when it comes to music, which is awesome. So I'm pretty envious of you, because if I would have had a chance to start that early, who knows like how much better I might have been, or who knows, I might have just said forget about it a long time ago. I hope not.
And would say thank you for, we appreciate the opportunity to speak about ourselves and the band and a little bit some personal stuff. And you're you're doing it. So we're stoked on you.
For sure.
Yeah. Thanks so much for doing this. This is really fun.
For sure, man.
We appreciate it.
Can't wait to see you guys next month.
Yeah. Very excited. So thanks to Wes and Otila, I think it is. I remember. Is that correct?
Otila, yes.
Okay. Thanks to Wes and Otila. Thanks to Wes and Otila for joining me today, and thanks to all you for watching or listening. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Spotify and other streaming platforms. Until next week, bye.
Aloha.
See ya. Peace.